My interest started when I was young. I mean, just like I was just in a workshop and everyone was talking about how they started like Boy Scouts or something like that. And so I was very similar. I didn't grow up in a rural environment or like in the woods, so I grew up right around Trenton. So there aren't many woods, but being in the Boy Scouts and stuff, it like brought me out into the woods, and so that's how I got into it. But in regards to actually taking efforts to do something, coming into college, I was first interested in music, so I wanted to go to school for piano, composition, but then I was like, I'm not sure, so I went to Rutgers and started looking into environmental studies, because I had just received my Eagle Scout, and I was interested in that whole plan writing. Went from there to journalism, to marine sciences, all the way around to different things, yeah. And then one day I was still into hiking. This is like my sophomore year. This is weird, but I was just like, all right, let me just hike into the woods behind my dorm. I wonder what's back here. Like, I've never looked. I ended up running across a creek that was really polluted, and then so from there I was like, how do I change this? And I went to a class I was taking at the time. I was still marine biology, but I went to an environmental planning class I was taking. And the professor was like, well, you have to do an inventory. You have to do the first steps. You have to like find out what you're dealing with. Like, what's the problem? I went through the whole site, came up upon this trail that was in the woods, lined in stone. It was like you're walking into like Narnia, and I was like, oh man, like what is this? And so it ended up being a trail, a nature trail that was developed in one of the estates that was donated to Rutgers back in 1911. And so there were all these unique trees and these like very ornamental species that were planted along it. It was like an English landscape at the time, but it's grown in since. And so for the next 3 years, I spent trying to restore that whole site.
Oh, that's cool.
And so that's how I got into planning. That's when I changed my major in environmental planning.
Oh my gosh.
Got into forestry, started doing inventories, water quality assessments there, and then started working with the Rutgers Water Resources Program during that time.
Very nice. That's awesome.
That's how that happened.
Yeah, really cool.
So that's how I got into it. What it means to me, I mean, it means like caring about everyone else, you know, like caring about nature and caring about the possibility of future generations to experience the same things we experience, but not even future generations per se, because a lot of my work has been in urban environments, and so it's kind of just the opportunity for everyone to experience the things that some of us get to experience. Like just working in Camden or in Philly or in Newark, you see people that at most they see a street tree, you know, and in that case it's falling apart. So just providing spaces in urban environments that replicate, you know, the natural environment so people can be educated and experience that same experience. That's what it means.